Yo, you there. If you haven't watched my original custom tactics video, go watch that video first, because this is just an explanation video showing you guys how to use those tactics to their full extent. So if you haven't watched that video before, go watch it and then come back to this. Link is in their description. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a highly requested video. So on my previous custom tactics video, a lot of people enjoyed the tactics but found out that after they played a few games with it, they were getting found out by better players, and they weren't able to beat the top tier players with these tactics, and they were struggling. And some people reached out to me and asked for more clarification before the weekend league. So here I am to shed some light for you guys and help you guys understand how I use these tactics and why they work so well for me. So first of all, I'm going to go through my team. I'm going to show you guys who plays in which position and what traits those players have that really help these tactics improve my play so that I can get the most wins possible and the highest finish possible in the weekend league. So to start things off with the goalkeeper, I have some notes here just to help you guys out. I'm playing with Nick Pope, and the main thing you want to look for in goalkeepers is saves with feet. This trait, saves with feet, is very important. I think Pope has it and Ter Stegen has it. Some other goalies might have it, but I'm not sure who. But I know Pope and Ter Stegen have it for sure. And this trait is very, very important. It just makes the goalies so much better. It makes them make the better saves, the harder saves. And I just found that this trait is really important for goalies to make sure whichever goalie you use has saves with feet. And on to the center backs. The main thing that's important for the center backs is they need to be quick, because with this formation you're defending counterattacks almost the whole time you're playing. So just make sure your center backs are quick. So I have Joe Gomez and Varane. I know it's kind of cheesy. Some people might give me hate for using these two, but it's important. It's the reason they're good in this game. It's the reason everyone uses them, because they're quick. And these tactics especially, you need quick center backs. And on to the wing backs, it's more of the same story. You need to make sure your wing backs are at least at 90 pace. I tried Wan-Bissaka at right back, but I found out he was just a bit too slow to catch some of the quicker attackers, and he was a bit slow making runs into the box. And another thing, along with pace for your wing backs, another very important thing is passing. You need to make sure your wingbacks have decent enough passing where they can whip in balls into the box. Because as you know, with these tactics, your wingbacks are going to be pushing up a lot. A lot of your offense comes from your wingbacks. So it's really, really important that your wingbacks have good crossing and passing stats. So we have Semedo here at 69 passing and Mendy at 76 passing. These guys get a lot of assists. I'll show you guys. 16 assists for Mendy and 10 assists for Semedo, and that's really good considering their wingbacks. Just shows that you need these guys to have a lot of pace and passing. Moving on to the CDM. So in the 4-1-2-1-2 Nero, as you guys know, that's a formation I use for these tactics. Basically, I have my defense line's the same. I have Kessié playing CDM. I have Hakimi here playing right center mid. I have Varane playing left center mid. I have Riquelme playing at cam, and I have Lozano and Calhanoglu up at striker. So my CDM when I use these tactics is Kessié. A main thing that I would recommend, either use Kante, use Kessié, use Kante. Players like these guys, you need someone who is quick enough, but pace is not the most important thing for this position. I'd say the most important thing would be your physical, your defending, passing, and dribbling. Pace and shooting come last, because you're playing with a CDM that's rushing forward most of the time. What I find is when I'm attacking in the opponent's half, my CDM is right atop the box, and I'm constantly passing to my CDM and facilitating the play through my CDM when I have nothing going for me. Because as you guys know, if you use these tactics, you're going to be in the opponent's box a lot, and your CDM needs to have good passing and dribbling stats. Defending is important. That's probably the main thing, but Kessié is such a good passer and dribbler. I can just pass it to him, and I know that he can make a pass, he can dribble, he can hold the ball if I need to. If I don't have any options, he won't just give it away, and that's very crucial for these tactics. The hold up play is very, very important, so just make sure your CDM has dribbling and passing stats, so when you're in those tough situations, he can make the right pass, he can make the right play. And moving on, for your center mids, basically what I think is the best. I've tried different players. I tried Kalinoglu center mid, but I think the most important thing for your center mids, you need one that has pace. So for me, Hakimi is my pace demon, and he has good enough defending and physical stats, and plus with the Sentinel, it gets boosted a lot. So just make sure one of them is fast, because if both of them are a little bit slow, because my Varane only has 74 pace, if both of these guys have 74 pace, these tactics wouldn't work. One of your center mids needs to be quick. It's very important, because with this formation, or I should say with these tactics, it's a lot of up and down. You're running up and down, and Hakimi really helps cover on defense and get forward. So it just helps to have him with pace, and it helps to also that he can defend. And onto your next center mid. So one of them is more of a pacey one. The second one, you want more like a box to box. So I have Varane. He's really good at everything. There's nothing he's bad at. Everything kind of evens out. And on your box to box, you want to make sure they can shoot. So Varane, he has a nice long shot on him. You can see a 91 long shot. He can shoot the ball. He has a long shot trait. And because of that, he gets some goals for me. Normally at this position, this guy is just passing the ball, making the play move forward. But when I'm in the opponent's third, I know that I have Varane at the top of the box, and it just gives me that extra option that I can shoot. So shoot and score a goal, and if I have nothing going for me. So I always recommend that your center mid, that's your box, he must be able to shoot, because Varane, when he's at the top of the box, he just gives me another option to go for a goal. And as you can see, he has 9 goals in 50 games. That's not a lot, but it's nice to have, you know? Like, if you're in that opportunity where you're the top of the box for your center mid, it's nice to know that they can shoot and that they can score. So for that, I really like Varane, because he can shoot and does a little bit of everything. And next, for the cam position, I know a bunch of you guys might be thinking, like, what the fuck are you doing with Riquelme? He has 68 pace. But for this position, let me check my notes to make sure I get everything. Pace is not important. I know that goes beyond, but that goes by everything you know about FIFA. Everyone's telling you pace. But this position, pace is not important. It's nice to have pace. Let me tell you, I've used Kaká here. I've used Pirlo here at this position. I used Riquelme here. Pirlo and Kaká both have more pace than Riquelme. But it doesn't matter. That's not what you need in your cam position when you're running these tactics. The most important thing that you need is passing. Riquelme's sole goal is to get the ball, hold it up, look for the runs, and send in balls. So basically what I do, get the ball to Riquelme. This is my game plan when I use these tactics. Get the ball to Riquelme, look for the open pass. And usually it's either Mendy coming up on one side, Semedo coming up on the other, and then Lozano and Hakan Calhanoglu making the runs as well. So normally the defender only has 4 defenders. He can't cover all the passes. So with Riquelme, because he has nice dribbling, he has nice passing, it's really easy for me to pick out who I want to give the ball to, send in a long ball, and create a scoring opportunity. Secondly, look, passing is the main thing. So make sure they can pass. Above everything, make sure your cam can pass. Secondly, I would say shooting and dribbling are kind of tied. You want them to have good dribbling, you want them to have good shooting, because they also score. Riquelme 12 goals, 8 assists in 13 games. It's important that you don't rely on pace at your cam position. You want to rely on shooting, passing, and dribbling. Be a true cam. Don't rely on pace. Don't be cheesy, because it's important that this is your most important player in these tactics as well, along with maybe your CDM. Make sure they can pass. And another thing that I really like to do is get the ball with one of your strikers and use your cam, in my case Riquelme, use him as a kind of a springboard. Give him a pass, like an L1 pass or LB pass, depending on console. Give him a pass so that once you pass, your striker goes for a run, and that way you can get easy through balls, because his passing stats are so good. Once you do that little bounce pass, he makes a run, and you can send in the through ball, and most often than not, you can create a scoring opportunity. And that's it for the cam, and the next 2 positions are your strikers. It doesn't really matter who you have at striker. I'll tell you straight off the bat. Just make sure they can get the ball in the back of the net. Pace is nice. Like, I would recommend you put someone with at least 90 plus pace. And one of your strikers, make sure they have a 5-star weak foot. I know I don't have a 5-star weak foot striker, but this guy basically has a 5-star weak foot. I'm telling you, that's a glitch. He does not have 4-star weak foot. This guy scores more left foot goals than right foot goals. I'm not even joking. He does the job for me. I don't need a 5-star weak foot. But I recommend you get a 5-star weak foot, or you get Hakan Calhanoglu, who basically does have a 5-star weak foot. So these are my strikers. A lot of my goals are just my strikers passing each other, sweaty goals, driven crosses, stuff like that. So basically, that's how I line up my players. Those are the traits I look for in my team, like at certain spots, what I need. So make sure you follow this guideline to get the best out of these tactics. And secondly, I'll show you guys my tactics again. Important thing that I found out was, after a lot of trial and error, so I tried having my center mids, my CDMs, and all these guys on cover passing lanes, cut passing lanes, man mark. That shit doesn't work. I'll tell you firsthand, that shit doesn't work. Just keep it how I have it. I'll go through every single position. I'll show you guys what are my tactics. Pause the video, look at the tactics, and make sure your 2 center mids are on cover wing too. That's important. So look at these. Make sure you guys have all the same instructions that I have on my players. Here's my cam. Here are my strikers. Just have your faster striker and getting behind. For me, it's Lozano. And something I learned from a lot of trial and error is that when you have the lead in this formation and your opponent goes team press, it can be very, very hard to defend. It can be almost impossible to defend. I've found myself in spots where I'm 3-0 up and the guy ran quickly and then in the span of like 2 minutes scores 2 goals. And there's nothing I can do about it. To counter this, I have an ultra defensive formation. This is my ultra defensive formation. Copy it if you want. It doesn't really matter. It's really easy to make ultra defensive formation. Just keep ultra defensive tactic. Just make it on drop back, long ball, drop everything down like how you see on your screen right now, and have all your players on comeback on defense. As you can see, all my players are on comeback on defense. Nothing special here. Just make sure they're all on comeback on defense. So when you get that lead, when you get that 2-0 up in your weekend league and you're sweating and you want to get the win, you throw it into your ultra defensive tactic. This will help you close out games, will help you win games. I think that's very important. You have an ultra defensive tactic. So basically, that's the technical side of it. Now we're gonna I'm gonna show you guys some in-game scenarios of some gameplay I got of how to defend in certain scenarios, how to attack in certain scenarios, and just how to use this these tactics in game. So stay tuned for the gameplay section. I will show you guys an in-depth breakdown. And please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I can't force you to subscribe. If you want, please subscribe. It's your choice, but at the end of the day, it really helps me out, helps me grow my channel. So anyways, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the gameplay section that's coming up next. Okay, to start things off, I want to show you guys an easy technique I use to score lots with this formation. You want to send it out as wide as possible, wait for your player in the box to make the run, and do a driven cross in so they can get the easy goal. And let me just show you guys how I know when to cross it. As you can see, we can see Hakan Calhanoglu running in, and my eye is always on the striker making the run. So as you can see Lozano right behind Varane, and you can tell that he's about to pass him. Like as you watch it, just watch Lozano, and my eye is always on Lozano. And right when I see Lozano is just about to pass the center back, I send it a driven cross, and most often than not, it's a goal. So I see him just cutting in front, I send in the ball, easy goal. Just like that, you can get tons of goals, super simple, super easy. You can also do this with your left back and right back. This just happened to be my other striker sending in the ball, but usually it's my left back or my right back because they're always making those runs upfield, so you just give them the easy balls and they can send in their driven crosses to get easy goals. Okay, next I want to show you guys this defensive clip. I'm going to show you guys how to defend against the counter attack. So as you can see, we get the ball stolen from us right here, and if you count, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players in the opponent's third right now. That means all I have are my 2 center backs at the back. So when you use these tactics, you're gonna find out that this is gonna happen a lot, and I'm gonna show you guys how to defend the situation. So when I see that I'm about to be countered, look what I do with Gomez. Just look at my Gomez. I run directly back. straight back. Doing this, it gets your defenders back and it reduces the chance of your opponent sending in a through ball, and we can close them down and we can get the ball back. We can win the ball back. So just make sure when you're getting counterattacked, switch onto your defender and sprint the fuck back. Get back. Don't go for the ball. Once you go for that ball, once you slide it and once you tackle in, he's going to pass it around you. He's going to skill move around you and they're going to be throwing it. Just make sure once you're getting hit on that counterattack, once you lose possession of the ball, you're getting your ass back. You're sprinting back as fast as you can. So just make sure you do that. Okay, next, I want to show you guys my corner kick technique. So just watch this. Never hit the corner into the box. Because as you guys know, we have our corners and our free kicks on 1 in our tactics. So there's no one in the box. You're not winning that header. Always pass this short and just watch what I do here. I pass this short and I do a driven cross at the top of the box. Now count how many players I have in the opponent's third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 options in the opponent's third. Now is the time to put on pressure. So let's see what I do. I put on the pressure. Get the ball. Pass it around. This is what you want to be doing. You're going to be passing it around at the top of the opponent's box. Passing. Just waiting. And you get that opportunity and you put it in the back of the net. Off corner kicks, it's probably the easiest time for you to score. You get that into the top of the box. This is where it makes it helps to have CDM center mids who can pass the ball. Because when you're at the top of the box, as you saw, my Varane was passing around. I think my Varane and Gomez are passing around there too. You're just passing around. You're waiting. You're looking for the opportunity. You're not letting him get the ball, because once you let him get the ball, it's counterattack. It's all, you gotta start all over. So you're just passing around, waiting. Be patient. And as you see the player get open in the box, you pass in, easy goal. It works almost every time, and if you do it to perfection, it's really hard for the defender to stop it. Here I want to show you guys another clip of how to use the left backs and right backs to their full potential. As you can see, I see Mendy making this run. You get him in, sweat across, easy goal. That's all they're there for. Your left backs and right backs are crucial in this formation. These tactics, you use them. Please use your left back and right backs. They're gonna be making those runs. I know you see them making those runs. Trust them. Give them the ball and use them to send in sweaty balls, sweaty crosses, and get those easy goals. Okay, I want to show you guys another counter attack and how to use the driven pass. So as you can see here, I get the ball into Hakan. I take the space. I run, and look at Lozano. When you're in this position and your striker's making runs into the box, look at your striker. Right when your striker is about to pass the defender, right when you see he's about to overtake him, you send in that driven through ball. And to do that, RB or R1, depending on console you are, and the cross the button. So watch what I do with Hakan. I see that he's past him, send in driven ball, easy goal. Works almost every single time. If you see him making that run and you're confident that you can pass the ball in, send in that ball, it's almost always a goal. Works every time. Okay, here you guys are gonna see the same thing. I'm telling you guys, this is what I do. I constantly do this. I get the ball in, I watch, I see him open the box, driven ball. Easy goal. You guys need to start doing this. If you're not sending in driven balls, you're playing this game wrong. It's broken this year. Exploit it. Use it to the most of you. Use it, okay? I don't know what to say. My brain's not working. Just use those driven crosses. They're very important. Now take a look at this. Look at my wing back. Look at Mendy at the top of the screen. Look how much space he has. This is why you need central players that can pass the ball. This is why your CDM needs to be able to pass the ball. This is why your center mids need to be able to pass the ball. This is why your cam needs to be able to pass the ball. Because look at Mendy up there. Look how much space he has. If my cam or my central mids can't pass the ball, they're not getting the ball there. It's going to be a shit ball. So make sure they can send balls in. Look, that was my striker in this case. Look how much space he has. You can create goals with this. I don't know if I score from this or not. We'll see. But, yeah, it didn't end up with a goal, but it creates chances. That's what I'm saying to you guys. Use those wing backs. Use them. They're one of the most important parts of these tactics. This is what makes it work. Make sure you use your wing back. Okay, I just want to show you guys this clip again because I missed something that's very important. So as you saw, Mendy gets this run in. It's a through ball, but I don't score from here. But what I do is, this is what you need to be doing every single time when you're in the opponent's half. Patience. Just pass the ball around. Look for opportunities. Watch what I do. I give it to Hakimi, pass it around. Kessié passes the ball into the box. That's when it's important for your CDM to be able to pass. I give it to Semedo. Look how deep Semedo is. Semedo's on the other side of the freaking pitch. Okay? And this is where it comes important. Semedo sends a ball in, but I don't get it, but it doesn't matter because I have high press. I will win the ball back. And I win the ball back. Now, Again, patience. Look for the open passes. I look for the open passes. Pass it around. Pass it around. I see Hakan making the run. Just have patience. Pass it around. Wait, and strike. So I waited. I got to the open man. I see Hakan making the run. Throw him the ball. Score. Easy as you like. Tied the game up in the 65th minute. That's what you need to be doing. Patience. Patience is the name of the game. And using this tactic, it's not all about pressing as fast as you can. It's not all about just counterattack, scoring breakaways. It's about patience, because not your breakaways don't always go in. It doesn't work always how you want it to work. So you need to have patience. Pass it around, because you're gonna outnumber the other opponent in the box, because you have freaking 9 people in your attack. Just pass it around. Make sure players can pass though. That's important. Pass it around. Wait. Get the opportunity, score the goal. So anyways guys, that's the video. Just a quick flex showing you guys my skill rating has gone up from there. I played a few more games, but anyways, use these tactics at your own risk. They're very cheesy. They're very they're very overpowered. I'm having so much fun in FIFA. I'm almost at 2000 skill rating. I'm very proud of myself, and I have these tactics to thank for it. And just make sure you guys don't let this video go viral, because I don't want to break the game. So if you follow these tactics, if you follow everything I tell you, you play defense as I'm telling you, you slow down the game, you make sure you're making everything count, these tactics will do you wonders in the weekend league. So I hope this helped. I hope this cleared up a bunch of things, that a bunch of questions that you guys might have had. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.